Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Myself Sanamdeep Kaur, and thanks for joining me today to explore the Reggio Emilia approach in early childhood education, a unique and innovative educational philosophy. A visionary educational model developed by Loris Malaguzzi in Italy after Second World War. This approach captivated educators worldwide with its emphasis on creativity, relationships, and curiosity, providing a unique framework for young learners' growth and development. Moving to the next slide, you can see the view of child. Reggio Emilia approach believes that each child is capable member of classroom. Every child is unique and has 100 languages and many ways to express ideas, like drawing, painting, talking, crying, building, music, movements, and many more. This approach emphasizes on children's natural curiosity and desire to learn. Particularly, in my teaching, I will view each child as a strong and confident member who has their own ideas and many ways to express themselves. I believe that our role is to listen and respect these many ways of learning. Move to the next slide, role of parents. Parents are not just seen as bystanders, they are considered essential partners who help shape the child learning experience. Their insights and involvements are vital to a child's growth and development. Their involvement strengthens the connection between home and school. Now, in my teaching, I will employ collaborative approach, ensure that each child receive consistent knowledge, messages, and values across both home and school settings. Let's move to the next slide, theorist view of child development. The main purpose of this approach is the natural development of the children. Child develop through by interacting with others. Social interaction through collaboration and community increases learning. I believe that empowering children to take ownership of their learning that helps in their holistical development and foster a connection with nature. Now move to the next topic, types of learning environment advocated. In this approach, the classroom environment is look like a home. The classroom environment here tells that every child belongs there. It emphasizes on natural materials to explore and learn. Play items, books, and different materials are placed in the classroom so that children can access them. It encourages children to explore, ask questions, and share their ideas. In Reggio Emilia, the environment is the third teacher. In my teaching, I will create a dedicated space for art, creativity, and exploration. For natural development, I will use and employ different natural materials such as stones, leaves, plants, and many more. Ample natural lights and open spaces to promote movements and explorations. Now, I would like to discuss the role of curriculum and learning framework. The curriculum is designed around the needs and interests and curiosities of the children. A teacher guides children to explore their interest. A children learning process needs documentation. I believe that flexible curriculum is adaptable to meet the changing need and interest of the children. There are 100 languages that encourage children to explore and express themselves. As a teacher, I will observe children learning process to inform curriculum planning. I will also use documentation in my teaching process to track learning progress of the children and reflect on the curriculum. Furthermore, I will also link my curriculum planning with the EYLF framework. Now, the next topic is the theorist view of the role of the teacher. The teacher are researchers and co-learners in Reggio Emilia approach. They encourage inquiry and curiosity. They provide guidance without direction. They foster independence and self-directed learning. They build relationship with children, families, and community. As a teacher, I will observe carefully, document learning journeys, and reflect on how to extend the children's critical thinking. I will also promote problem-solving skills by asking open-ended questions. Now, here are 2 questions for the colleagues to think about. First, how can we balance the Reggio Emilia approach, emphasize on the child-led learning with the demand of standardized curricula and assessment requirement in our context? Second, in what way we can support the development of critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in children through the Reggio Emilia approach, and how can we assess these skills? Now I am presenting second preferred theory about John Dewey educational philosophy. He was a famous American philosopher, psychologist, and educator. John Dewey says, education is the development of those capacities in the individual which will enable him to control his environment and fulfill his responsibilities. He is a pragmatist and emphasized the importance of experience, social learning, and democracy. His ideas continue to shape early childhood education today. The next slide is on the view of the child. John Dewey saw that children are active and constructive learners in their own learning. He believed that learning is explored when children engage in planning and participation. Children develop essential skills and take ownership of their learning. He emphasized that true education stimulates childhood powers and foster to explore. As a teacher or in my teaching, I will view children as capable and curious learners. I want to create lessons where children can explore, questions, and experiment. The next topic is role of parents. John Dewey believed that learning does not end at school. It continues at home and in the community. Parents are stakeholders who are responsible in shaping them into social beings. As John Dewey envisioned his laboratory school was designed to empower children to become active, democratic citizens. In my teaching, I will invite parents to participate in classroom activities, share their expertise, and attend parent-teacher conferences. I will also incorporate community-based learning, which apply theoretical knowledge into real-world context. Now, next topic is theorist view of child development. Dewey believed that development is a lifelong progress, is defined by direct experience. He said, children development and growth thrive through interacting with others. Dewey believed and viewed real life experience as the basis of all learning. Now, in my teaching, I offer project-based learning which encourage students to explore real-world problems to develop solutions, relate academic subject to student lives, promote social interaction and teamwork, encourage students to reflect on their learning. By interacting these strategies in my teaching, I can create student-centered, experiential learning environment that promotes critical thinking, creativity, and social responsibility. Type of learning environment advocated. Dewey believed that classroom feel like a miniature democratic society where students can work together and learn through experience. Teacher can create sensory-rich environment filled with natural and real materials, which promote learning by doing. The purpose is to make learning engaging, relevant, and active. In my teaching, I can create an environment where students develop empathy, communication, and teamwork skill. I respect their decision, participation, and creativity. By creating such an environment, I can foster a love of learning, that deeper understanding, and prepare students for success in an ever-changing world. The next slide is on role of curriculum and learning framework. John Dewey philosophy beautifully aligned with EYLF outcome. Outcome 4, children are confident and involved learner. Outcome 5, children are connected with and contribute to their world. The curriculum should focus on children's interest, need, and experience. He viewed that children's progress occur through invention, exploration, and discovery. In my teaching, I incorporate integrated subject into meaningful real-world context, allowing children to pursue their interest and take ownership of their learning. I can offer flexibility and adaptability based on children's interest and needs. The last topic of my presentation is the theorist view of the role of teacher. John Dewey opposed authoritarianism, instead envisioning teacher as a guide, facilitator, and co-learner. The teacher role is to encourage children to think critically, question, and reflect what they discover. John Dewey believed not only students learn, but also the teacher also learn from the student. In my teaching, I can create an environment where children develop essential life skills such as problem solving, communication, and self-directed learning, and prepare students for success in contemporary world, foster curious, creative, and critical thinking individual. Let's discuss this further with our colleagues. Here are 2 questions to think about. How can we balance the emphasis on individual experience and learning with the need for socialization and community building in our classroom? How can we incorporate Dewey emphasis on experimentation and inquiry into our teaching practices to foster a love of learning and curiosity in our students? In conclusion, I believe that John Dewey and Reggio Emilia approach share a strong belief that children learn best from experience, exploration, and connection with the world around them. In my teaching, I will view children are capable, curious, and active participants in their learning. I will combine these ideas by creating meaningful, engaging, and effective learning environment where children can experiment, ask questions, and express themselves in many ways. These philosophies are applied in various educational settings from early childhood to higher education and are influencing teaching practice worldwide.